This morning at about 7:23 a.m., our telecommunications center received a phone call that there was a vehicle on fire and a person on fire outside of the vehicle. Fire and police personnel responded immediately. They were on scene within 2 minutes of the time of dispatch. Upon arrival, they discovered a black female was on fire and immediately rendered aid, but were unsuccessful in reviving her, and she did pass away at the scene. This case is being treated as a homicide. We are looking for someone. We have a person of interest. However, due to the safety of my officers and responding officers that are helping us, I'm not going to release his information at this point. But as soon as I can, I will definitely get it out in an electronic photo of that person. We're working with the victim's family right now, and we're attempting to make sure that all family are notified before we release any of her information. We are asking that if anyone was in the area, that's a well-traveled area, if you were there this morning, if you saw the incident, saw anybody on foot in that area, possibly fleeing from that area, we ask that you contact the O'Fallon Police Department. I don't want to speculate. Right now, her information is part of the crime scene, and I haven't had a chance to view that information. She is a local resident of O'Fallon. Based on statements that were made from witnesses who were at the scene, and that led us through some good investigation as well with information that was recovered at the scene, we were able to come up with a good identity. And as I said, the victim's family and other family members have been cooperating with us, trying to help us and aid the investigation. We also did have a couple bystanders that stopped to render aid to her. I don't have their names right now, but I would like to stop them. It was a very heroic act, definitely not something that people are accustomed to seeing. So there's a lot of good Samaritans, a lot of good people out there. So we do have their information. I just haven't had a chance to talk to them. They were providing witness statements at the time. My number one priority is making sure my officers and the officers assisting us are safe, and for me to release any of the suspect information now could potentially put them in harm's way, and I'm just not going to do that.
And then ISP put out an alert for a vehicle possibly heading to Alabama or Mississippi. That is connected with this investigation?
It is connected with it, but again, that's part of the information that's out for law enforcement, and I want to protect that part for my officers' safety, because as I said, they are currently working this, and we're working with neighboring agencies, and I don't want to release any information that could essentially put them in harm's way. Sure, we do everything that we can to make sure that we can keep our officers safe, we locate this person, and we have a very strong case that can be prosecuted. We had our fire chief and deputy chief were on scene very quickly. We had EMS personnel. You're right, these are very horrible cases to work. We have concerns for the three people that stopped to render aid. A lot of times, we are able to process these situations a lot easier. The people that stop to render aid, as I said, are just amazing, good Samaritans, but we want to reach out to them at some point too, to let them know some of the warning signs to look for if they might be suffering from some type of the images that they saw this morning. Our officers, while they do not, we're blessed that we don't have high homicide rate here in O'Fallon. We have very low violent crime rate in O'Fallon, but we are extremely active in the major case squad of Greater St. Louis, fulfill many leadership roles with them. So it's not uncommon for my detectives that are out there. Collectively, we probably have about 40 homicide investigations that we've worked in other communities throughout our careers. So we have very trained, skilled detectives on this, and I'm confident we'll have a successful conclusion here hopefully soon.